I've been told my whole life not to like China. I've been here for almost 14 years now, and I absolutely love my life here, and I love China, and I love Chinese people. And we're going to talk about it right after this intro. Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is John. I'm an American that's been living here in Guangdong, China for almost 14 years now. And as I mentioned, we're going to discuss why we are told not to like China. First of all, I noticed a lot of people have been watching the videos, like more than 10,000 people are watching all the videos, but they're not subscribed yet. So if that's you and you actually like watching the videos, hit the subscribe button so you can stay up to date when I post new videos, because I don't have like a set schedule yet, but I will get one. Also, don't mind the hat, it's cold here. Yesterday, it was 30 degrees Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit, probably like 90 something, 90, 95, I don't know. But today, it's 8 degrees. So it went from 30 to 8 overnight. So it feels pretty cold. I got my hat on, got my hoodie on. It's cold. So anyway, we're gonna talk about this for a minute. What do I mean when I say I was told not to like China my whole life? Now, I was born in the early 1980s. Okay, I'm 42 years old now. And ever since the 60s, actually, as far as I know, ever since the 1960s, like since the assassination of JFK, we were told communism is this like evil thing, right? This evil power, and we must, not like it and all this other stuff, right? That's what we're told. Not specifically China, but we're told communism is this evil thing, and we're told China is a communist country, okay? Now, if you look at the definition of communism, I'll put it right here. This is the definition of communism from Cambridge. It's basically a classless society, right? Classless society. That means everybody is on the same page. So this is like, think of like USSR in the 1980s and early 1990s, right? In USSR, everybody made the exact same wages. It doesn't matter if you're a doctor or you're working at a gas station or a fast food restaurant, everybody's making the exact same payment, right? And all the things are supposed to be provided to you by the government, like all the things that you need, such as like your health care and education, all this stuff, things that you need are provided by the government. That is not China. Okay, China does not fit this definition, and it hasn't for a very long time, at least 35 years, if not more, as far as I know. And I'll explain to you why China doesn't fit this definition. First of all, as somebody who's been living here in China for almost 14 years, I can tell you firsthand, China is more capitalist than most Western countries even. China has more billionaires than any country in the world. So what does that mean? It means business is open, right? It's open for anyone to do business. It's up to you, the person, how much money you earn, right? If you're smart enough to do some huge business, some huge startup and make billions of dollars, you can do that. And if you're not, then you're going to be in a different social class, because China has different social classes. We have people, they have billionaires, they have millionaires, they have a huge middle class, which is the reason why China has grown economically over the past 30 years, is because of the rising middle class. They were poor people, and because of economic changes and because of capitalism, they were able to earn more money and help boost the Chinese economy by spending that money, right? So China's not a classless society. There are huge different social classes. There's a huge wealth gap in China, actually, and that's a major problem that China is facing. It's the wealth gap, and you don't have that in communism, okay? Also, China does not have free healthcare, okay? They don't have free education. Even just like in America, the public schools, right? They're public, you can go there, but you still need to spend some money, right? You have to pay for the school uniforms, and you have to pay for like some books and things like that. You have to pay for the school lunch and others. There's fees that are involved that you need to pay, just like in America. It's no different. Private schools are very expensive, just like in America. It's no different. right? Healthcare is not free. You need to pay for it. It's affordable, but it's not free. Unlike, America, where it's definitely not free and it's not even affordable. So, China is not a communist country. The government's not providing these things to the people, and everyone is in different social economic classes, right? So that, by pure definition of communism, China is not a communist country. Now, China is ran by a political party called the CCP, which is the Chinese Communist Party. So their political party is the Communist Party, but the country is not ran as a communist country. Okay, so let's clear that up. Now, I'm not claiming to be like a political person, because I'm not political. I consider myself apolitical. I don't identify as like a Democrat or Republican or conservative or a communist or any other political party. All right, that's not me. I just don't get into that kind of thing. But I'm just sharing my own personal thoughts and opinions after living here in China for so long, and after America and I'll say other Western countries also tell people that we shouldn't like communism or communist countries, when in fact most of the so-called communist countries really aren't communist by the pure definition of communism. So the world has changed, the world has evolved, and the thoughts and opinions of people in the West have not evolved to understand that these so-called communist countries aren't really communism as they were in the 1980s, the 1970s, 1960s, and prior to that, right? It's totally different. And I guess my other thing that I'm trying to say is, even if they were communist, why is that a reason to not like somebody, to not like a place, or to not like the people in that place? Because at the end of the day, we were all born somewhere, and we had no choice over which country we were born in or how the people run the country that we are born in. We have no choice over that. That's something that happens to us, and that's something we have to live with. So why is that a reason to not like another group of people or another place? And on top of that, if you've never been to one of these so-called communist countries and experienced what life is like to actually live there with your feet on the ground and to see things, experience things with your own two eyes, who are you to judge or to say how this country should be governing its people, right? That's not up to you. And you can have your opinion on it, fine, but you shouldn't be stating those things as facts because you heard it from the news or heard it from this place or that place, but you haven't seen it with your own two eyes, right? So maybe I'm just ranting here, but I just want to say that, I've been told forever, since day one, not to like China or not to like any communist country for that reason, for that matter. And here I am, 14 years, and I absolutely love it here. And I love the people here. And that's all I can say, right? So if you like this, hit the like button, subscribe. And also, this video right here is the one YouTube thinks you should watch next. So go check that out, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.